Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome to a new series of Europa Universalis 4. Once again there is a new DLC on the horizon, though I don't know exactly when it is going to come about. And I was having a little bit of a existential crisis really with EU4. Do I start another series or wait for the DLC to come out? Well, to be honest, EU4 is probably my most watched regular series on the channel, and I thought that it was only right that I kept going. And one thing that I did think about doing, there's been a couple of different things because I've had lots of suggestions about who I should play as, but I did enjoy when I was playing as the Iroquois, and I'd kind of like to give that campaign another go, especially because now I'm a little bit more familiar with some of the changes that were made before I started playing last time. Now, I was also considering starting a custom nation and making a custom nation in the New World, and I probably will do that at some point, but I don't think it's time to start doing that now. So what I thought I'd do is I thought I'd have another crack at the Iroquois campaign. So this is the second time that I'm doing this, but again, we want to try and get to westernise if at all possible. So let's go ahead and pick the Iroquois. We'll go ahead and jump straight in. Don't want it on Iron Man mode, because last time I played this, or the last time I played it as the Iroquois, they'd made some changes that I didn't really understand and didn't take advantage of very early on in the game. Now, the time before that, when I played as the Native Americans, you could fabricate claims on your neighbours and do all the stuff that you can in the East. So that made things a little bit difficult, not sort of knowing how that changed. So we've only got one rival, who are the Machican, who are where exactly you. And you're right next to us. So you're definitely going to be our rival right there. So we've got our rival. We have new decisions available. Vision Quest, which will increase our stability cost but give us yearly prestige. We might as well go and do it. We've got one mission to improve our prestige. We might as well take that. Now, we're not going to go and put anyone on the council at the moment because we don't have enough money. Our force limit is 6 of 8, so we might as well go ahead and get ourselves a couple more units. We only have archers available at the moment. We don't have any option to get cavalry. And do we have a fort here? We do not have a fort here. So, we have a couple of diplomats who aren't doing anything. We have a free merchant, which we probably can't do an awful lot with, to be honest. We've got one merchant here steering to the north. We don't have any trade power down here. We don't have any trade power up here. We could go and collect in our home node. You wouldn't normally want to do that, because you automatically collect from here anyway, but let's go and just make sure we are collecting in there. Just give us a tiny bit more power. And we also want to try and form some alliances if we can. If we could get an alliance with the Huron, it might be nice. How do they feel about us? They have a hostile attitude towards me, so they wouldn't join a federation. What about you, some of you little guys down here? None of you would join a federation. You don't really hate me, though. Let's go and start trying to improve some relations with people. Let's go and improve relations with you. And we need to keep one diplomat free so we can potentially start some wars. So let's just go up to speed 3. There's not going to be an awful lot happening in the early throes of the game. Yeah, we're not going to be making too much money. We can't really afford to get an advisor. And our chief is Midas Touch. That gives us a national tax modifier of 10%. That's actually quite nice. We should get a little bit more money out of that. Let's just have a look when we reach the next year. Did it go up by much? No, about the same. Would you be willing? Yeah, you would actually be willing for an alliance, which is not a bad thing. Let's go ahead and offer you that alliance straight away. And I think what we can probably do is recall from you the diplomat and go and try and get an alliance somewhere else. Maybe with the Shawnee. Get a bit more friendly with them. Let's go and improve relations with the Shawnee. Sure, let's go and join somebody else's federation. That is fine. So that was the was Shawnee, wasn't it? No? Who was it? Was it these guys? I'm confused now. Improving relation with Sesquan. Oh, it is. It's these guys. So we're in their federation. That's fine. That's okay. So let's go ahead and get ready to kick up a stink and start a war. The earlier we can do this, the better. So we should have a CB against these guys straight off the bat. They don't have any alliances, which is fine. They're rivaled against us. We do not have a free diplomat currently. Let's go ahead and just bring you back. So we can declare war. And we've got a humiliate rival CB to take their capital. Should be nice and easy. Yeah, following peace options are disabled. So we can't really take anything from them, but we should be able to get some power points. That's the way this usually works. Now, we don't have a leader. We probably are allowed to have one, I would have thought. Yes, we're allowed to have one. So let's go and spend those military points and get ourselves a general. Actually, no, let's use our chief. Always makes the most sense to use the chief, really. So let's go ahead and roll our leader into a general. He's not bad. 2-2-0. Doesn't have any maneuver, but got some siege in there, which is alright. So let's go ahead and instantly declare war on these guys. So nobody else is going to be coming in to that one. And we're just going to march straight over there. We've got double the numbers. We should win this battle without too many problems. They do have a better general than I do. And we do have a river and a terrain penalty. It's my intention to just run them down and try and take them out if we can. There we go. And then we'll go and siege them out. Well, that's one war that's going to be relatively easy to deal with. So I don't mind that too much. Now, let's just do this right this time. Let's split this army in half. Let's take the half without the leader and move that out. Just trying to reduce the amount of attrition that we get here. Obviously, I want to keep the half with the leader here because we have the siege bonus. So, could we get at least one leader? It'd be nice to keep our military strength up. Land leader maintenance modifier. You cost us 1 ducat monthly, but we'd also save some money with our... Well, we could go for the morale of armies. The morale of armies might be the better option here, actually. So let's go ahead and do that. We can't really afford to get any more leaders in, so we'll just have to wait. But we will have to start taking land. We'll also want to start getting idea groups as quickly as possible, because we'll want to try and get colonies as soon as we can. I think we can even get away with taking one more regiment away from that. No, now we don't have enough. Got to have 3k, which we don't quite have if we remove one of them. But that's fine. It's the minimum amount of attrition that we can suffer. So one thing that I've got to be really careful in this campaign is I've really got to make sure that I do my absolute best not to... I've really got to make sure that I do my absolute best not to go and get loads of attrition, lose all my manpower, and lose a load of money. Apparently I am improving here. Oh yeah, they won't join us because we're at war. They will join us when we're not at war. We won't be at war very soon. How are things going here? 21% chance to capture. How long are our phases? 30 days. It is nice having that extra bit of siege from our leader. They've only got the level 1 fort, which is the standard capital city fort. So it shouldn't take too long to fall. 36%, 50% chance now. We've got a food shortage. Actually going to try and play as much of this map as I can. I mean, I've actually got it on the political map mode, which is why you actually see the colours, not the outlines. But because a lot of the land is uncolonised, you're actually just seeing the terrain, which is quite nice. I never really zoom in this game, which is a shame, because I actually have all of the DLC for the specific unit types. And they do look really good. I really should play this game zoomed in more than I do. So we've got that now. Let's go ahead and piece them out. And what we should be able to have is show strength. They lose 20 prestige and we gain 100 of each monarch power. That is what you really want to be doing with your rivals, is taking this show strength. No aggressive expansion. We gain 30 power projection from that as well. So we go ahead and send demands. The war is now over, and we gain 100 points in each of our power points. Can we have another rival? I'm guessing probably not. Oh, we can have another rival. Does anybody else rival me, or does anybody else hate me? You actually like me, the Nitmuk. You are willing to join an alliance, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and bring you back. Let's go and start sucking up to... Well, we'll offer an alliance to those guys. That's kind of our most relationships that we can have, I think. So, let's just double check there. 3 of 3. Yeah, we're at our max number of relationships. Now then, who else is... You've got an alliance and a relatively big federation. You don't like me. Can I rival you, Lenepe? I guess I should actually look who my choices are, really. Just the Huron. I guess I will have to rival the Huron. They're going to be a little bit more difficult to take out, given the fact that they are a larger nation. Let's go ahead and try and improve relations with some of these guys. So yeah, if we were to go ahead and declare war here, we'd be fighting the... I shouldn't play the Native Americans because I can never remember the names or pronounce them of all of these Native American nations. The Illiniwek, Ottawa and Miami. Which is not particularly great for us. Now, of course, the problem with this humiliate rival thing is you never actually end up taking any land, which is a little bit of a pain. Guessing I don't have a CB against you. I mean, we could just go in and do some no CB wars. That wouldn't be a terrible thing. But what we would like to do is maybe have some of these guys move around. Our truce with you... I've got to remember to right-click. I've been playing Stellaris too much. Our truce with you is a lot of years, which is unfortunate. But getting that extra power projection really does help. I would love to be able to go and attack these guys. Now, where is Miami? There's Illiniwek. There's Miami. So they're all quite close together. You've got 4K troops. You've probably got a similar number. There's not a huge amount we can do. We're also not making a lot of money. And now the Nipmuc are actually going over here and attacking them. Now, they could eventually take that province from them. It's quite possible that they'll do that, and then we'll lose a rival that we could attack. So I'm not entirely thrilled about that idea, but we do what we can. So conflicts and protests over taxes, corporations, trade and customs policies are becoming quite frequent and could result in a sharp drop in our industrial production if we don't handle the situation carefully. So we can either lose one stability or we can abolish a tax and lose some ducats. Well, we're not making a huge amount of money. Well, let's go ahead and abolish the tax. We're not really at war at the moment. Somebody could declare on us, but I think for the time being we're just going to put the army maintenance down a little bit. See if we can try and make about a ducat a month if possible. If we get the opportunity to go to war in the future, we will. Now, let's just have a quick look at our idea groups and familiarise myself with them. So we start off by having an extra 10% infantry combat ability and diplomatic reputation +1, which is really nice. And when we finish our ideas, we get improved relations +50%. Our Iroquois ideas give us... oh, Ruler's died already. Our Iroquois ideas give us cost of reducing war exhaustion -15%, national manpower modifier +25, domestic trade power, extra diplomat, manpower recovery, discipline +5%, yearly prestige. Not too bad. Our new ruler is a 555 though, so that was well worth it. It's a shame that we did lose that stability. Let's go ahead and boost it up to 0. I don't like being in negative stability. I'd prefer to be in positive stability. In fact, it probably is worth... Yeah, we'll spend it. We'll go into the positive stability just so we can stay ahead of things. Couple of national decisions. Reduce national unrest. I don't think we're going to run that. We don't really have any national unrest. But getting the yearly prestige... Sure, that'll be nice. Now then, how are our... Let's go and just hide that one. How are our rulers' points distributed? 8, 8, 9. Fairly even across the board, and that the 9's only coming because we have this guy. Again, we can't really afford to get any more advisors, so we'll just leave that as is. Lenepe wants to hire a condottieri. Do you? How much do you wish to hire, though? Let's go ahead and split off a couple. And, where is it? Offer condottieri. This one. You would be willing to hire it. Now, here's a question. Yeah, they automatically get their maintenance put up. I was going to say, do I have to put my entire army's maintenance up? And it doesn't look like I do. So that we're actually at war here with the... oh, you've just engaged me directly. Well, I wasn't expecting that. Now I've lost 2 men. That was a little bit unfortunate. Okay, let's split off another 2. We can rebuild. Let's go back and speak to them again. Try and do this without messing it around. That's because I was rushing and I wasn't really paying attention to what I was doing. So we'll go ahead and hire you that condottieri. We'll go ahead and get ourselves some more units to replace the ones that I just lost. They've accepted our offer. Didn't help that we weren't at full maintenance either. We're probably not really going to be able to help here. Can we reinforce in time? We did, but I don't think it's enough. And we lost, but at least we didn't actually lose the units that time. So we'll just we'll sit around. We'll sit around here and recover. They've been completely stack wiped at this point, so there isn't really an awful lot that I can do. And they are paying me, so we shouldn't grumble about that. Let's go and get everybody up over here. Condottieri, wherever it is, you can move into that province just so I can see more easily where you are. So let's go and group you together. I'm guessing my yeah, my force size hasn't gone up. Yeah, we're not going to be able to deal with that. I mean, besides, the Sequenahawk are my buddies, really. I'd still like to be able to take those guys out. The trick's going to be being able to declare a war on the Huron without bringing absolutely everybody in. The fact that none of my allies will come in and all of theirs will... It makes things a little bit tricky. So I think we're going to go up to speed 4. Because I don't think an awful lot is going to happen. Right, you're going to come up here now and try and attack my condottieri, aren't you? So I'm literally just going to try and give you the runaround if I can. And you can come over here all you like. You can't attack these guys. And we've run into natives, which is exactly what we didn't want to happen. Looks like we will get away there. Ah, you've just ran into Sequenahawk's army, which is... Oh no, Sequenahawk is your army. You're fighting the natives as well now. No, I don't want to go back through them. That'd be a little bit daft. Can we not come down this way? There we go. I just don't want them to attack my forces here. If I can avoid that. I was going to say, you've got flipping natives. They've got 100% war score, so... Come on, guys, you can win that. Just get home in one piece. Well, we do still... They are still higher in the condottieri, so... Yeah, we'll keep that going. What is our max manpower? 11,500, so we're not terribly below that. Still have a free diplomat. we're basically making no money on trade. They've cancelled the condottieri agreement. That's fine. This is the problem here. It's the lack of people that we can attack. I'd love to be able to attack you. But you're not my rival. And as you're not next to me, there's not really an awful lot we can do. So let's go and build a spy network with you. Let's just see what we can do here. We can invest in a native advancement now, which we probably should do. So migration cooldown, well, we can't really migrate anyway, because we are more than a single province. Diplomatic reputation +1, improved relations, colonists, or Diplotech. I think we are going to go colonist. Now the problem is, having a colonist is still going to cost us a huge amount of money. Now we have to choose a native policy. So native coexistence, which reduces the uprising chance. Trading policy, which halves the uprising chance and gives us some native assimilation. I think we're just going to go for the coexistence. It'll be slower, but it will mean we won't have to babysit our colonies all that much. Now then, we're not really making enough for a colony. We'll lose the admin because we've got more of that to spare. Let's go ahead over here and send a colonist. Now we are losing considerable amount of money here. So what we might have to do is go ahead and fire our advisor, unless we can find a way of making any more money, which I don't think we realistically can. So let's get rid of him for the time being. We can now pick up another idea. So, well, we could get the morale of armies just by picking that. Land leader shock, force limit modifier, land attrition, or military tech cost reduction. Let's go and get the morale of armies. That'll be the best one to get here. And again, we just want to keep humiliating rivals and getting as many power points from our neighbours as possible. Either way, that is a good point to end the video, so thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope that I can get slightly further in this Iroquois playthrough than I did in the last one. So I'll see you guys in the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.